Okay, so my brother-in-law is from Honduras, but he lives here in the US. His birthday is coming up, and I want to give him something that reminds him of his home country. You know what? Honduras has such beautiful pottery. Let me see if I can find something online. Cerámica de Honduras. Aha! Beautiful. ¿Cuánto vale? ¡Wow! La cerámica vale $115. Es costosa. Maybe it'll be cheaper if I buy it from Honduras.
¿Aló?
Hola, Catherine. ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, Juan. Estoy bien, gracias.
¿Estás en Honduras?
Sí, estoy en Honduras.
¡Excelente! Me gustaría una cerámica de Honduras, pero vale $115.
¡Wow! Es costosa, pero no hay problema. En Honduras, la cerámica es económica. Vale $40. ¿Está bien?
Sí, por favor. Mil gracias, Catherine.
De nada. Chao.
¡Chao! ¡Yay! ¡Woohoo! Hola, mi gente! I'm just waiting for the package that my friend Catherine sent directly from Honduras. So exciting! In the meantime, let's learn some Spanish through shopping. Today we're going to look at money in two different countries, USA and Honduras, and learn how to compare the price of products. Remember to have a sheet of paper to take notes. Are you ready? ¡Vámonos! Before we start talking about prices in the US and Honduras, let me tell you a little bit about Honduras' interesting currency. Honduras' currency is called the Honduran lempira, el lempira hondureño. It's shortened as HNL, or just L, in the same way the US dollar is shortened as USD. Honduran currency got its unique name from lempira, an indigenous warrior captain who led 30,000 men in the fight against the Spanish conquest back in the 1500s. To this day, lempira is the national hero of Honduras, and its currency was rightfully named after him. It would be like naming the US dollar the US Washington. Pretty interesting, right? Now, at the moment of making this video lesson, $1 equals 25 lempiras. And that's the value that we're going to use to compare prices. The prices I'm about to show you are real. I got them from the popular US supermarket, Walmart, and the popular Honduran supermarket, La Colonia. So, let's start with bananas. At Walmart, these bananas cost $1.46. At La Colonia, they cost 3 lempiras. In US dollars, that would be 12 cents. So, en Walmart, los bananos valen $1.46. En La Colonia, los bananos valen 3 lempiras, 12 centavos. Repeat it with me. En Walmart, los bananos valen $1.46. En La Colonia, los bananos valen 3 lempiras, 12 centavos. Good. That's a significant price difference, don't you think? So, to compare, we say, los bananos en Walmart son más costosos que los bananos en La Colonia. So, what do you think is the meaning of más costoso que? Keep the prices in mind. Más costosos que means more expensive than. Costoso is similar to costly. The bananas at Walmart are more expensive than the bananas at La Colonia. Los bananos en Walmart son más costosos que los bananos en La Colonia. So say it with me. Los bananos en Walmart son más costosos que los bananos en La Colonia. Excelente. Now, let's look at cereal in both supermarkets. El cereal en Walmart vale $4 con 48 centavos. El cereal en La Colonia vale 172 lempiras, $6 con 88 centavos. Wow! Another significant difference. So, what would you say to compare the price of this cereal in both countries? You would say, el cereal en La Colonia es más costoso que el cereal en Walmart. I'm going to say it again, and then you say it. El cereal en La Colonia es más costoso que el cereal en Walmart. Good job. So now that you know that costoso means expensive, another common word for costoso is caro. Caro. Costoso. Costosa is the same as caro, cara. El cereal en La Colonia es más caro que en Walmart. Good. Now, here we have a beautiful papaya. La papaya en Walmart vale $5 con 35 centavos. Y la papaya en La Colonia vale 29 lempiras, $1 con 16 centavos. So based on these prices, we can say that la papaya en La Colonia es más barata que en Walmart. Look at these prices and try to tell me the meaning of más barata que. Barata or barato means cheap. Más barata que literally means more cheap than, so cheaper than. La papaya at La Colonia is cheaper than at Walmart. I'm going to say it again and then you say it. La papaya en La Colonia es más barata que en Walmart. Excelente. Now, here we have another great product, Greek yogurt. El yogur griego en Walmart vale $5 con 58 centavos. El yogur griego en La Colonia vale 288 lempiras, $11 con 50 centavos. Wow! The difference is huge. So, using the word barato, cheap, and the price information, what would you say about Greek yogurt in both countries? The answer is, el yogur griego en Walmart es más barato que en La Colonia. Now it's your turn to say it. Go ahead. Good job. So now that you know that barato means cheap, another way to say barato is económico. Listen. Económico. Sounds like what? Sounds like economical, meaning inexpensive. cheap. So, barato, barata is the same as económico, económica. El yogur griego en Walmart es más económico que en la colonia. Good. So far, we have compared produce like fruits, las frutas, with packaged goods, las comidas empacadas, like cereal and yogurt. Look at the chart summarizing the cost of products we've seen so far. In general, what would you say about the price of fruits and packaged foods in Honduras in comparison to the United States? Pause the video and take your time to say your answer out loud. Let's check your answers. Based on this information, we can say that en Honduras, las frutas son más baratas que en los Estados Unidos. And en Honduras, las comidas empacadas son más caras que en los Estados Unidos. Great job! So you can compare prices, as in, los tacos son más baratos que el salmón. And feel free to use these expressions to compare anything you want, like flavors. El banano es más delicioso que la papaya. Or people. Mi papá es más optimista que mi mamá. And so forth. With that in mind, let's recap what you learned in this lesson. Today you learned to compare the price of products in the US and Honduras. To do that, you learned about Honduras' currency, the lempira, and some comparison expressions, such as más barato que and más costoso que. One moment. Ah, look, my package arrived from Honduras. Thank you, Catherine. And thank you for going shopping with me in 2 countries. Keep practicing your Spanish, and I promise you, you're going to get better at it. Until then, I'll see you next class. Ciao. Nos vemos. Hey.